Howdy, 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 everyone.
Hello,
Happy
y'all.
Sunday. That is Patrick with Light Source Engraving.
This is Steve, the hobo with wood.
And that's Rich, the Louisiana Hobby Guy.
And I'll be right back because I have this on in the other office and I can hear it. So hang on one second.
And we are the Laser Makers
The
Realm.
LaserMakersRealm.
Minus Rich. And we are the Laser Makers Realm.
I can hear his echo.
Okay, that got confusing. That got really confusing because I can hear it twice over there and over here. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. Today we're doing a new project. Let me change the screen layout here. This is a design by Steve. Let's see. Here it is right here. It's called Let Us Not Forget. And there have been 3 or 4 different iterations of this in the last couple of days since we decided to do this project for the channel. And let me come back over here.
And I would say, Rich, it's actually a collaboration.
Well, here is the actual product. You might be able to get a better look at it here. So this is it right here. It is a 3D project, so it's 3-dimensional, and it's cut out of flat wood. So that's the beauty of this, is that, you know, there's nothing different than just setting your cut and engrave settings and getting to work. And we will be, Steve is going to offer, I believe you're going to offer a few downloads in the.
Yeah, that's going to be the giveaway for me today. I'll do up to y'all's input here. Definitely downloads, and maybe even do a flat pack if someone's not interested or capable of cutting them out, or don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to do 2 flat packs. I've been doing them for the last 2 days, and I'm going to do one here live during the broadcast. I'm going to cut one out, and I'm going to do another one. So I'll do 2 flat packs for the spin of the wheel.
Of this design?
Of this design.
Okay. All right. You
Yes.
do the flat packs and I'll do the downloads. Yeah.
You can do a coupon in your store for downloads.
Yeah.
So that you'll send to people. And I don't know, how many coupons do you want to do?
We'll stick with 3.
3 sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 3 coupons to download the file for free from Steve down there. And I'm going to do 2 flat packs that I will mail out to you that are already cut out. So that's what the spin of the wheel is going to be today. That will be at the end of the stream. And you do have to be here in the stream in order to win. So we're going to hold off with the thing that you text in the comments to enter into the spin. We're going to hold off on that until about an hour into the stream. And then anybody that wants to enter, there's nothing that you have to pay, no donation that has to be made. Anyone that wants to enter will just put in the keywords, and we're not going to let you know those keywords until it's time. And you can enter in the chat, and then we'll have a live drawing at the end of the stream for 2 flat packs that will come to you already cut out. All you have to do is assemble them. And then 3 of the files. So,
I'll be giving away a USB drive of an ASMR recording of me reading the LightBurn manual. So people will definitely want to stick around for that.
Is that serious?
Make me spit out, man. Come on now.
No, I didn't think so. You know what? I might do a video on reading the LightBurn manual, you know.
Don't steal my idea.
There probably wouldn't be anybody watching it, though. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about this file. Steve is going to talk about how he made it, if he still has the screen sharing thing down. And during the stream, I'm going to talk about, after we've done with this, I'm going to talk about something that I do on the side. I don't really do it anymore, about a year ago, well, about 4 years ago, I got involved with a small art gallery on Royal Street in New Orleans. And I also made a contact with an attorney, and I do this attorney's artwork. He tells me what he wants, and he usually likes to have wood carvings. This time he came up with something different, the Veil of Veronica. And what I do is I take that and that artwork, and I burn that artwork onto wood, and then I frame it. And this is the Veil of Veronica. And then I put the name of it and the date at the bottom of the frame. And he hangs these up on his wall. This is an 11 by 17. And something that people don't do a lot, and this is the back of it here. Not much to the back. You know, you can either hang it or you can stand it. But yeah, this is the whole final project right here. And I get $1,400 for these, by the way.
How long is that burn on the laser?
Well, I do these on a diode laser because I want to make sure that I get the fine engraving every single detail that's in there.
Yeah.
And that one there took, I just did this one right before the live. I think it took about 75 minutes total. That's the actual, the burn itself.
Is that on a 10-watt diode?
That is on the Roly LaserMATIC. Oh, you know what? I am so happy that yesterday I decided I've got all these 20-watt lasers that I'm putting together for the Battle of the 20 Watts. And I tell you, I am so happy to be back on the Roly. I just can't tell you, because of the precision. I don't waste any material. It always works on the first try. And, you know, I did these projects that Steve, I and Patrick collaborated on. So on the Roly. And I'm just so happy to be back on there because everything's first try. I don't waste any wood. It's a precision machine. I absolutely love this machine. And I would never replace it with a 20-watt or any other machine at this point for these small craft projects, because it's just the best. It's just the best machine on the market, in my opinion. And it produces, you know, commercial quality results like this.
This is just whoa! you just got muffled big time.
Oh, his mic is pushed up against it.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Whenever you wheel up, it's just like whoa.
So anyway, so that's why I'm using that machine over there, and I'm just so happy to be back on it. You know, the race to the 20-watt, 30-watt, 40-watt lasers. Yeah, I don't want to cut 2x4s. So, you know, if you want to watch a video of somebody cutting a 2x4, yeah, they're out there. But what good is it, really? What good is it? It has nothing to do with hobbies and crafts. I'll spend a few extra minutes and I'll work on the diode laser.
Yeah, that's what the skill saws are for.
Yeah. Let me just run through these comments real quick. I see Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I saw Joe asked if we were doing CO2 today. I just replied to him. I'm like, yes, we are doing CO2. I've even got a camera set up so you can see everything.
Yes. And here's the thing. We don't do CO2, diode, fiber. We do laser engraving. So laser engraving, what we talk about and questions that we get, there's Joe's question right there. The questions that we get are applicable pretty much to any laser engraver. It makes no difference what it is. I could have done this Veil of Veronica on the CO2. I could have done it on the GWIC. I could have done it on the 80 watt in the other room. I could have done it on the 40. Well, the 40 watt's not big enough, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. The things that we talk about are the processing, you know, the way to cut it out and everything else. You just configure your laser to whatever file that we have. Hi, Steve. It's good to see you. He's here from Cincinnati. And Chris from Perth, down under. Welcome. Welcome.
Good
Let me
day, sir.
just try and run through these some of these comments here. Pretty global group. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Army Dogs is here as usual. As a veteran and a Patreon, I think I will enjoy today's show. I know you will. I know everybody will. This is a fantastic file. Anybody that sees it, so far it's been only my family because this has sort of been a rush. We didn't decide on the final product until what, 2 days ago, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah, you know, I know that you're going to like it. I know everyone's going to like it. I want to say hi to Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Glad that you're here. And we got David here from the UK. Hi, David. I see David's comments all the time on my videos. I really appreciate those comments. Thank you very much.
Ditto.
Stop teasing, says Joe.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I told him that in 2 weeks that they're not going to want to miss that live stream either.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to tease you on that one.
And Rich,
I've arranged something special for everybody, and not only us, but all of our viewers are going to get to participate in this one.
yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And since we did touch on, we do have a really good global presence. And this project is kind of toward our Memorial Day, and it's the U.S. flag and remembering our vets and those that have served. So if someone happens to win in the drawing and they're not U.S., if it is somebody from down under or wherever, I will do a coupon for any of the files that are on my website.
Right. So if you're not in the U.S., then you'll get a coupon from Steve. So if you happen to win my flat pack and you're not from the U.S., Steve will give you a coupon to download it instead.
Any file that's on my website, hobowithwood.com.
Hi, Bob from Poland. We got a lot of world people here today from all over the world.
What I'm going to give away for real, I'll go ahead and mention it, is I'm doing a 3D engraving tutorial. I'm starting to film tomorrow. It'll be posted this week on my channel, but the actual coin that I make, this was just a demo coin, but the actual coin I make, I'm going to give that coin away and send it to somebody.
Nice. Yes, Patrick and I are working on a fiber coin, and it is a very old coin that Patrick has spent a lot of time on 3D slicing it in LightBurn. Andy says that he's trying to donate, but PayPal is asking me to log in or sign up for an account. Any other way to donate? Well, that's unusual because I thought you could just go to PayPal. I thought anybody could donate without even logging in. If you want, you can look under any of my recent videos and you'll see my mailing address. If you send a check to me, I'll make sure that I get that money to the guys for the channel. So you can get my address under any one of my videos for the shop here.
And Andy, if you're not on PayPal, are you on any other electronic processing like Venmo, CashApp, any of those? And put in comments there. Any of those. Zelle is free for anybody. I know in the U.S. most of all of your banks use Zelle, and it's completely free. There's no transaction fees. And so if you use any of those electronic processors, put it in the comments, and I'll let you know which one of those I've got that will also get us to the right place.
Yep. And by the way, folks, I don't know if you know this or not, but my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks. It's also my anniversary. That's the day that I quit smoking, if you call it that. I still have my little vape that I carry around everywhere. Not always and not all the time, but I guess it's better than smoking. So my anniversary is coming up on May 2nd. It'll be 1 year without a cigarette.
Congratulations. That's a major accomplishment. I think
Thank you.
My daughter is going to be 15, so I'm about 15 years since I stopped smoking.
Yeah, my wife too. My wife too is about 15 years, and I've lost 51 pounds in the last 6 months.
Very good.
So my diet and my quitting smoking, I feel a lot better. But I've got a lot more videos in the make. I'm spending a lot more time in the shop, and the jigs from Patrick are killer as well. Yes, they are. Patrick did a nice job on those jigs.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I need to cut more and ship more out tomorrow.
And Jim Hamilton is here. Hi, Jim. It's good to see you. Sharon says she wants that, and I'm way behind in the comments. But what was that?
Yeah,
that
what
she wants?
I don't know.
Oh, my ASMR video. Recording
okay.
of the LightBurn manual.
Get Freeman to read it. Okay.
Get Morgan Freeman.
That would be a good idea, you know. Maybe people would watch that one.
Either that or who was Darth Vader? The voice of Darth Vader?
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones. That'd be another good.
Yeah. So Mike is saying, Rich, my new Roly LaserMATIC 10 lives up to the hype and more. Yes, it does. Yes, sir. I am so happy to be back on that machine. You have no idea. There will still be more questions. There is no substitute. Mario likes a bedtime story, so maybe we should do that. Who knows? Do the manual in gibberish. I bet you the same amount of people would watch. Mario says, wow, nice. I'm guessing that's probably about that Veil of Veronica that I did. And Joe says the same thing. Yeah, this is probably where I was showing the veil. Beautiful, looks great. And Wendy says to Andy H to try this link, and that is paypal.me/LMR donations. So that is the official link. It's on the bottom of the screen down there. paypal.me/LMR donations. Wendy put a link in the chat. Let's see. Can we get an opinion or review of the GWIC cloud? The GWIC cloud lives up to its reputation. All of the review videos that you see on YouTube are spot on. Now, if you're looking at the older review videos, some of them say, you know, there's a problem with the air assist and there's a problem with smell getting out of the machine. All of those things have been fixed in the new version, which I have here. It is a fantastic machine, I can tell you that. I love the cloud software. I'm not a fan, never been a fan of cloud software, but they have a lot of neat projects that you can download and make from that cloud software. They even have one of my files up there. And so I like the cloud software. I also like the fact that you can just connect to LightBurn, and they do give you an extra cable that you can connect to the camera that's on board that also plugs into your PC to get the LightBurn camera as well. Although with a precision machine, and that one is just like the Roly behind me, I can't remember the last time I used a camera on the Roly. Well, sometimes when I do earrings, I get all my scrap wood out. That's when I use the camera. But otherwise, when you have a precision machine, you don't have to worry about it. So the GWIC gets a big thumbs up. I'll probably do a review on it sometime in the future, maybe in about a month or 2 months. But yeah, that's the best CO2 that I've got in the shop is the GWIC. Did I do any adjustments to that image? Yes, I think you're talking about the Veil of Veronica image, this one here. Yes, I did. So doing images is an art. And to be able to do something like this, you have to go into the adjust image in LightBurn, and you have to make adjustments. I will be doing a video on this particular project, probably in the next 5 or 6 days. I'll have it posted on my channel. You'll see it be called the Veil of Veronica. And I will show you how I did this. And I'm also going to have a download to the what's the name of the file, Patrick? The LightBurn, hang on, adjust image settings file.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I can't remember.
Whatever it
the
is.
extension.
Whatever it is. But I will have an actual link to the download for this file if you want to do it yourself. I'll also have a download to the saved adjustment that I made in adjustment image in LightBurn so that you can load it yourself and get the exact same results. And I'll also have my settings that I did this with on the Roly LaserMATIC. And I think I'm going to put all of those things on the on my forum as well. So I'll create a post over there with direct links to download all of those things there as well. So you'll be able to replicate this exactly yourself using those files.
And it looks like there was some still struggling going on with trying to get PayPal. So what I was doing there when I was ignoring everybody, getting set up for Zelle, and I put it in the comments there, Zelle, if you just should be able to send to hobowithwood@gmail.com, and that should get me now to get to the channel. So Zelle users, hobowithwood@gmail.com.
Okay, so Joe is saying he just wanted to know if we're using the CO2 versus the diode for the 3D memorial. I think we're doing both today, Joe. So Patrick, you're doing the memorial on the CO2, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yes, Joe, we're doing both. We're doing both CO2 and diode. That's when Wendy's saying, have you tried opening a new window to go to PayPal? And there is no substitute. Says, love you guys. Thanks for sharing knowledge and files. Hey, that's what we're here for. That's why we do this stream. So I think we're getting pretty much caught up here. Are monport and omtech the same company? No, they are different companies that buy their laser from the same factory. And omtech uses a couple different factories. In fact, if you buy the omtech Polar, that's a GWIC machine that's rebranded. But no, they are not the same company for sure.
But a lot of similarities.
A lot of similarity. You're buying the same machine.
It's kind of like a Hyundai and a Kia.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to catch up on the questions here. Just finishing up painting Rich's 4-layer dragon. Beware of those feet. Yes, absolutely. Those feet will break right off. In fact, I just finished a dragon that I broke one of the feet off, and now my nephew was here from Virginia. He is the first assistant to the president of the United States. He was just here on vacation, and he saw that dragon when he came into the office, and he wants me to do a big one for the TV room. So I have to get on the 80 watt and do another one of those dragons, a big one. It won't be so fragile then. Bob is asking if we can talk a bit about cleaning the laser head and what the best product to use. Okay, so the best product to use, Bob, is going to be 99% IPA. That is the absolute best product to use. Everybody says online just to use isopropyl alcohol, and the problem with that is most people have, 90%, 92%, 94%. They have whatever they pulled off the shelf at Walgreens in their medicine cabinet. And that's not going to do the trick. That's bad. That's the worst thing that you can use for cleaning lenses and cleaning mirrors and things like that. You need to have 99% IPA and a microfiber cloth. Okay. Nothing else, not Q-tips, not anything else. If you're going to use a Q-tip, if you have a recessed lens and you have to use a Q-tip, one of them big long ones, get one of the big long ones, wrap it in a microfiber cloth, dip it in the 99% IPA, stick it in there, and just gently turn it back and forth. Take it back out, move the cloth a little bit, get it wet again, stick it back in, and just keep doing that. I use a white cloth for mine. So when you no longer see the cloth has any dirt on it, that's when your lens is clean. If you have a CO2, you unscrew the nozzle, take the lens out, make sure that I put down a towel on the table, then I turn it over I put the microfiber cloth on top. I turn the lens over and drop it out onto the microfiber cloth, spray it, fold it up, and I just wipe it off, and that's it. Flip it over, wipe it off again. But I make sure there's a towel underneath before I dump it out, because I don't want it.
Don't you have a video or two showing all that process?
No, I don't, and I've been meaning to make one, but I rather do maker videos. I do have B-roll already shot for it, so I will be eventually making a
I remember
video
seeing
on that.
I remember watching you do. Maybe it wasn't the whole process, but just touching on a few things.
I did have to, in a couple of videos, I had to clean the lens while I was going.
And do you know there was at one time? I remember you talked about a kit that you could get that came with the cloth, the right cleaners, and all that. Do you still?
Yes, I don't personally use IPA. I use a product that's called. Oh, gee, I can't. Now you got me because I can't remember the product. I'll go look.
Yeah.
Hang tight. I got it right in here. I should know this by heart because it's the only thing that I use.
We got too many
called
things.
Purity.
Yeah.
So
how long is our project going to take today for you guys? How soon should we get started?
What's that? Oh, we should probably get started now. Whenever you want to get started. But I'm just trying to get through the questions. You can get started now. I'll start mine in a minute. The product is called Purity Lens Cleaner. That's what I use. You can get a 3-pack on Amazon. It comes with a couple of white microfiber cloths. So that's what I like. But let me move on from. So anyway, there you go. That's as much as we have time to talk about lens cleaning right there. So hello from Scotland. Thank you, Stuart, for being here. And Salt Lake City. Philip, hello from Salt Lake City. Malverde Designs, back again. I think I mailed you a package last week, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I didn't get your address. I don't know. Let's see. Do we know when LightBurn 1.14 is going to be available? No, we're beta testing it right now. Some of us have the beta.
Public beta is out, and I did post a link there in the comments.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Jesse is from Louisiana. I have a Griffin that lives right across the street from me. Hi, Jesse.
That'd be something if he's your neighbor.
No, he's not. But oh, actually, now that I think about it, it's Griffith. TH. Sorry. Okay. There is no substitute. Says at Bob, rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip works great for me. I don't do that. You have to realize that some of these lenses have the coating on some of these lenses is thousandths of an inch thick.
And if you're going to use the Q-tip, you shouldn't reuse the same end of it. You can use the end, flip it.
It should be wrapped in a microfiber if you're gonna use it.
But if you don't have it, don't reuse the same Q-tip.
Yeah. Okay. So Andy says he does use Zelle or Zelle, whatever it's called. All right. Let's see. Congrats, Rich. Thank you. So I think we're getting to the part where I was talking about my birthday and 1 year smoking anniversary coming up on May 2nd. Wendy is 10 years cigarette free. Congratulations to you, Wendy. Ian says, well done. 6 years. Congratulations to you too. And Bob's birthday, it looks like, is on May 11th, I think. I had to deal with the wife for her to quit smoking. Every week she went without a cigarette, she could get a new pair of shoes. I would not be able to afford that. Fortunately, my wife quit before I did. And Steve says, congrats on quitting smoking. Thank you. Army Dogs. I stopped secondhand smoking when I divorced my ex-wife. That's good. That's good. And 50 years not smoking. We're just going to call you a non-smoker.
Army Dogs, I've got my coin up on screen that I did for the honor flight.
Okay, I'm going to have to skip over a lot of questions here because we have a lot. Cleaned my Roly laser head. It was very dirty, but laser lens looks spotless to the naked eye, and the machine is awesome. Yes. Well, as long as you're using the air assist, always use your air assist. Always use your air assist. When you're done with a project, I just want to show you, a lot of people don't know this. Let me take that off the screen. So here is my testing, okay? Now, to show you, we started at the bottom, focused, and then we moved up, and I defocused a little bit. Then I defocused a little more, and then at the very top right there, you'll see that's defocused 4.5 millimeters. So when you do this, when you engrave something, you don't need to do anything but get yourself a little brush like this. You see how dirty that is? And just go with the grain and just take all of that off. If you're using air assist when you're engraving, you can get every bit of it off with a little brush like this. Make sure that the ends are nice and soft and just brush it all off. It all comes off. So a lot of people, and sometimes if I do a really deep engraving, well, I'll just spray it with water. I have a water canister that's handy right here. It's just plain water, and I have it set to like a really fine mist. I'll just mist it and wipe it off. But I see so many people on YouTube that get out the sandpaper. And why in the world would you want to take sandpaper to something with such a very thin veneer on it? You're going to wind up with some pink or purple or something results. It looks like Patrick is getting set up there with the coin. Or take a look at that. I'll get set up over here while you do that.
Yeah, I was just showing that I actually got the logo. This is a picture of a T-shirt. You can see the wrinkles in the T-shirt right there. But
very nice.
I was able to get that and trace it and work with it to finally do it on the coin. That's all.
Okay, so I am going to share my screen now. And let's see. Do that one. And share. And hopefully that should now be on the screen. And you can now see this is the file that we created. And unfortunately, I didn't save the last version of it, where I also colored in all of the stripes and everything in here. I overwrote it for some reason. It's my mistake. I have to redo it. But I colored in the top stripe and I skipped one. And you see over here.
You're breaking up, Rich.
I'm breaking up?
Yeah.
No, it could be my my Wi-Fi. There's nothing I can do about that. Am I still breaking up?
No, you sound good now.
Nope.
Okay. Well, anyway, so as you can see here, I colored in the rifle and the helmet. Well, I also did the same thing for the flag on the stripes and the background here. But unfortunately, I didn't save that file. That's my mistake. You did see a version where I did burn it. But this is the file that I'm going to do here now. And I've got it set in the bottom left corner. And let's see, if I come back to my camera, let me go to the Roly. And I'll go to one screen here real quick. And there it is right there. So all I've done here is put the wood down in the bottom left corner. Let me take these off. And there it is. It's in the bottom left corner. Oh, earlier I was talking about doing that veil of Veronica. This is what I use to focus. Oh, geez. I use the focusing gauge that comes with the Roly, and then I put wood on top of it so that I got to 4.5 millimeters defocused, so out of focus. So this is how I focused for that picture there. Okay. So I think I'm all set here. Everything should be, let me turn on the exhaust. And hopefully everything is already set over here. I'm just going to check it. and hit start.
And I'm running the version 1, the original version, so you'll be able to see the evolution of the design.
Yeah, this thing, and guys, we really appreciate your donations, because we put this file together in just a couple of days, and it went through about 3 or 4 iterations before it ever landed on a final version, and each one of those was cut out. So there's, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we go through a lot of material, and that's only on that's just Steve.
Yeah,
So,
just trying to get the best possible one. And then once I finally landed on what I thought looked good, I shared it with these two, and they both played with it and made some alterations and some suggestions. And the file that Rich was talking about, he didn't save. If we zoom in here, can we get in here? There we go. There you can see the soldiers are proud. That finger, there we go.
Yes, yeah, that's the file I didn't save.
Yeah, they're proud in front of the flag, and then the Union is stained with the laser, as are the bars, every other bar.
And Steve, send that file back to me, please, because I overwrote it.
I did. I sent the e-commerce file to you and Patrick both. It's
cool. Thank you very much.
Email. So this is the file that you will have the opportunity to download if you are the winner today, and it's already on my website. But actually, both of them. This one, and also this was Rich's contribution. This was something that was so simple, but it made all the difference in the world, and really adding some quality and to the project. This was the first. I just had a single layer there, which is easy enough to do, but that 3 layers really adds a lot to the presence.
Yeah, the stand makes a big difference in it.
Yeah.
What I'll tell you why, because the wood that I used was not flat.
Yeah, so being able to glue them flat, that helps.
When I glued them all together, all 3 of them together, it's now flat and it's beefy. When you pick it up, it's heavy. It's 3mm wood.
Yeah.
Wouldn't think that it would be as heavy as it is.
Yeah, it's not going to get bumped around or knocked off very easily.
But I will tell you that for those of you that download the file, you have to be careful about the slots.
Yeah.
So make sure that you change the size of the slots to accommodate your wood.
Yeah, that's the only change you'll have to make to the file. Yes. And on my website, hobowithwood.com, where the files are listed, there is a video in that product description showing you how to change those slots if you're not well versed in LightBurn, and how easy that is to do. And the beauty of doing the multi-layered not only adds weight to the base, but here you see all the slots. When you do the multi-layers, you get a nice finished base.
Exactly.
You don't see that. That looks good.
I'm running. Go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry.
No, I said this was the original version where the entire background, and there we go, every bit of it was stained with no differentiation between the soldiers, the bars and stars.
That is what I'm running now. So it's just doing the staining real quick. I'm running it at speed of 800 millimeters a second, 60% power on a 60 watt, 0.085 line distance. And it's going to run through that pretty quick.
And what is your what are your cut settings on that?
To do the actual cut, it will run it at speed of 10 and power of 90.
Okay, so your speed will be 600 millimeters per minute for diode users.
Yeah, and the speed it's running now is 800.
Right. So that's 48
millimeters per second. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I am running this file at 250 millimeters per minute, 100% power, because this particular wood that I'm using has a lot of anomalies in it. Normally I would run it at about 280. And the fill I'm running at 10,000 millimeters per minute and 25 power.
And then,
Now,
let's see,
if-
this will run the fill, and then it'll run a line at 50 millimeters per second to outline the
Right.
letters.
Now on mine, I'm just doing the cut right now. So I have the file up that has just the cut. Patrick is doing the actual engraving. Well, it looks like he's doing both.
That's
He
doing
has
the
a-
outline.
Yeah, he has a bigger piece of wood than I do.
That's what she said.
And then
Patrick's is bigger than mine.
and this No Laser CO2 has the hybrid steppers, so I can run it really fast.
Yeah.
Now, something else that maybe you guys never even think about, but I even put thought into which way I orient my wood when I put it on the laser bed. If you're working with hardwoods and not working with plywood when you do this design, I strongly recommend that you do it with a flag running horizontal, so that the grains of your hardwood are running the length of that bar or that and the flag, because this is fragile as it is, even with the plywood.
Yeah.
So if you do it, because if you did your hardwoods vertical, that's going to make it that much more to snap clean.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to turn my air on.
And then
Hang on one second, Steve. Catherine is asking, watch your coin business card. Don't have line and fill option. Any suggestions? Yeah, if you check the pinned comment right below the video, Catherine, there's a new version of LightBurn that doesn't have that. And there's a link to my video on how to do that. Sorry, Steve.
it's all good. But if you are working with plywoods, a way that you can add some more definition and some character to the project, I've got, and this is these pieces that are standing up are done with Baltic birch. This is done out of solid ash, but the flag is done with the grains running horizontal, and
Right.
then the soldier's done vertical. So it's not a big contrast, but you can see in the gun there how it's running. You may not even notice it or acknowledge it by going, oh, look at the difference. But you do see the difference. And little things like that can really add some quality to the work.
Right. So there is no substitute. Says, do you only use LightBurn for image adjustments and not Image R or GIMP? Yes, absolutely. I have no use for Image R or GIMP. They don't do what LightBurn does. I can save my settings in the adjust image and reuse them in the future. So Patrick does use LightBurn or Image R, and he also uses Photoshop, but I don't.
And
Hi, Jim.
I
Good to
only-
see you here.
I just try to learn as much a variety of things, basically. Not that I have a preference.
If you're going to take something in from Image R, make sure that you use the pass-through mode, or else it would be like not using anything at all.
No, I do not enable the job checklist because I would forget to check the checklist, even if it's right in front of me.
So, Randy, I prefer a premium. Well, I prefer hardwoods to begin with, any type of hardwood, but I prefer AA Baltic birch for my small craft projects. Go ahead, Steve. What do you prefer?
Same, exact same. Yeah. In fact, I was just looking. I don't know if you've got a link for any AA.
I do in most of my under most of my videos.
I've got a real on hobowithwood.com. I've got in my shop supplies. I've got an AA grade box of 45, 300 by 300, and I go through a box of that a month. Easy.
Yeah, I've got the same link to the box of 45.
Okay.
Chad, DXF file is just a vector file that you bring into LightBurn. The secret, Chris says, the secret to getting great pictures is finding the setting for matching the spot size to the DPI size. That's true, and it's not true. The secret to getting great pictures is not only dialing in your spot size. So if you have a 0.08 spot size and you have a perfect focus, then you'd want to be at 317.5 LPI. But The real secret to dialing in images is learning how to defocus and finding out what the right spot defocused is at your right LPI. So not only do you have to understand the LPI, you have to understand defocusing as well. In other words, raising the focus up and hitting the very top, somewhere between your perfect focus and the top range of focus. And if you're on a CO2 laser, maybe you'd be wanting to change out to a 4-inch lens, or maybe you'd want to use 2 lenses.
Jack said, now I need to clean the lens after I forgot to turn my air compressor on.
Yeah, probably. I wanted to ask a question. When engraving tumblers, do you guys use crosshatch? No, I don't. I don't know about the other guys, but when you're engraving tumblers, you're just removing material.
What laser?
He doesn't say what laser.
But yeah, I don't do crosshatch on the rotary at all.
Line and fill, Catherine, line and fill is not in version 1.3. So again, if you have the latest version, you have to add a layer. I do have a video on it under my coin video. You can see the pin comments, got a link to that video.
It looks like LightBurn's missing spots, but it's just doing all the inside shapes first.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that drives me crazy. Army Dogs Creation says he's excited. He's leaving for Washington, D.C. on Tuesday as a guardian. Oh, for an honor flag, taking our older veterans to see the different memorials. Wow. Awesome.
Awesome.
And Chris says he saw a fiber-free Q-tip. Haven't tried it yet. Yes, they do have microfiber Q-tips. I bought some last year, and I haven't been able to find them since. Okay, let's see.
I try to use the same cleaning cloths that I use for cleaning the glass of a scope. Normally that stuff's designed to not scratch glass.
Hey, if you guys haven't done it yet, if you can share this live stream on your social media, we would really appreciate it. And we got El Paso, Texas in the house. Hey, Carlos, nice to have you here. I'm trying to get down to the bottom of the questions, but can't seem to do it.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Rich, you say always use air assist, but I recently watched a YouTube video where the person said to turn off air assist when engraving and cutting leather. What do you say? Well, leather is a thing on its own. I have a small valve that I added to my air assist that you can turn the valve and make it stronger or less. Let me see if I can show you in this picture here.
To my big CO2, I installed the Cloud Ray Ultimate Air Assist kit that has that. It provides a constant airflow at a very low PSI, and then in LightBurn you can actually click the air assist button, and it will fire the relay that opens up the valve for full pressure. So in your cut settings, then you can just run the full pressure, and then on your engrave, you just have this low flow to keep the lens clean.
Yeah, and some lasers have the blow and the wind settings. So if you choose engrave, it does blow, and if you choose cut, it does wind. That particular kit that Patrick is talking about does that as well. So my hose doesn't reach up high enough. I can't show you, but it's just a little. I might have another one. I think they were maybe like $2 or $3 a piece. Nope, I thought I did in here. Nope. Oh, here it is. So it looks like this right here. Let me see if I can get this in the picture. See the knob on the top? You can just turn that knob to restrict the air, so you can lower the flow. So that's what I have on that machine right there right now. And all you do is just cut the hose and it plugs right into both ends. All right, let's see what we got going on in the comments. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it, which is a good thing. I hope we don't miss any. If we miss your comment, post it again, I guess. Your mic is picking up a lot of background noise. Yeah. Can't help that. I think I have the best mic in the industry for portable mics.
Yeah, and with all the noise the fans and the extractors and all make, I think it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise in this shop.
Yeah.
So I've got the extractor on over there. I've got the air assist on. The machine
and it's
is
not
running.
just yours too. It's Patrick's shop's got noise
Yeah,
too. So
I think that's Patrick.
That's why I didn't turn the compressor on. I didn't want it kicking on while to generate the least amount of noise possible. And then
we're not playing the Masters. We're playing with lasers.
Okay, I want to address this. I want to address this question real quick. Why defocus? Asking because so much emphasis is placed on focus, 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 and that's true. Also, why do you prop up one end of the material when running a ramp test? Well,
you have to know where to focus so you can defocus.
Exactly. When you do a ramp test, what you're going to do, let me come back so you can see me. Here I am. So when you do a ramp test, you're going to use a piece of wood that's longer than your focal range. So the focus on a laser, picture two funnels and you put them together like that. Your focus is where the two funnels come together in the middle, but that's not your only focus. So your focal range, depending on what laser that you're using, on this particular laser, the Roly LaserMATIC 10, it has a focal range of about 6 to 7 millimeters. Anywhere you get, so now you have it propped up at an angle and you start running your laser from here real close to it and you burn it all the way down. The laser is much higher at the other end, okay? You'll be able to find where you have the thinnest line and you can mark that on either side and you'll see that's going to be about, on this machine, about 7 millimeters. And you can find, if you look really hard, the exact center. You don't have to, because it comes with an accurate focal gauge. So you lower this particular machine right down to that engraved setting, and you still have 3 to 4 millimeters on each side, where you can go down lower if you're cutting, or you can go down up higher if you're engraving. So in that focal range, and that first section is just completed, in that focal range, dead center in the middle is good for most things, vector engravings, raster engravings, but not for photos. For photos, there's a different point of perfect focus and you have to find it. And it took me a little bit of work to find it, but as you can see at the top, I finally did. At the bottom is perfect focus. So there's a big difference between the top and the bottom on this. And you have to do testing on every piece, no matter what it is. So
that was the one thing that took me a long time to learn is there's not just one focus.
Exactly.
Depending on the job you're doing is how you focus the laser and what you're trying to accomplish.
So I'm going to take my first piece off. You have to be careful with the flag, because these little parts of the flag up here sometimes get stuck in there. So you got to be real careful with that. So I've got my, and I want to show you something else about the Roly too. Got my first two pieces cut out here, and every single piece in here has dropped out. Even these tiny, tiny little holes up here are out. They've all dropped out. So every piece of this cut is perfect, and it is a perfect cut.
That's clean. That's
and
really
one
clean.
thing that I love about this laser is that the library that I've got for it that I've shared with Roly, you know, you can pretty much drop wood on it and just start the job. And I've gotten a lot of feedback from other users as well about the library, that it's worked very well for them too. I'm just going to clean up these other pieces that are on here, get rid of them, find the grain orientation on this. This one is not perfectly flat. That's pretty good right there. I don't have to do anything on this one. So I will come back to LightBurn, move the next job in, drop it into the bottom left corner, which is where that wood is located. And let me turn off the cut layer. So cut, I have to turn off. Fill, I have to turn on. And I can now run this job. And this is another nice thing I like about the Roly as well. There's no framing involved. So I don't have to frame anything at all.
I'm running the second one so that I can add 2 flat packs to the giveaways.
Cool. Is Baltic birch ply that much better than basswood?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I use basswood whenever I'm testing or designing something. But when I want to make something that I'm going to sell or present to something, it's never out of basswood.
Patrick, you got a question?
Yes,
what were the
I
settings?
answered. Yeah, I answered it in the chat, so he wouldn't have to remember it.
Okay.
After I read it.
All right.
Now the detailed version that's going to be available for download that we're not showing here in these demonstrations. I also on the flag we get in here. Let's see. I actually broke the flag down into the Union is in a layer of its own, the bars in a layer of their own, and then the soldiers are proud of the flag. And I did that. So, I don't know how well it'll show up on the camera. I think you can see it. The Union, I actually engraved at a darker or a higher power, so it's darker. So and I also ran it at a 90-degree scan angle. The bars are done at lesser power and done on a 0 scan angle. So that's done in the file that's going to be available for download. So if you get this file and you're like, wait a minute, what is all this going on? Well, there's a reason behind the madness.
Okay, so
that looks good.
Jacques is saying one question. The Roly smell of cutting is very high. Well, that's been addressed in the new version of the Roly. They've already adapted a new higher power fan. I have the older version, so I use a smoke extractor that spins that fan even faster, so I don't have any smell in here. But that question has been addressed. You got the very first version of it, and they do have a more powerful fan in the new version now. That was one of my complaints, actually, to the company when I originally did the review. Yeah, Jack, cheap CO2 will not. Cheap CO2s do not come with very expensive hybrid stepper motors. You won't find that in an omtech or monport or any of the others.
Hey, Jack.
I cannot order the Roly, so should I just wait for the 20? The bare model, the bare bones Roly is available on Amazon for $649. So that 10 watt is available right now, but the complete model like I have here with the case and everything is not. They should be fully stocked by May 1st, so maybe another 15 days or so, and they'll be in stock. And if you want the 20 watt, wait for the 20 watt. They have the 20 watt coming, and they also have a 40 watt coming in the summer. Okay, now this guy just wants to make me jealous. He's got the long mill. Having issues figuring out my focus. You have to run a ramp test. If you go to my channel and search for the word ramp, you'll find it there. Again, go to my channel, search for ramp test or ramp. Okay, Ian, I guess you're gone by now. Good luck. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Jack has a long mill, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, he just commented. Yep. Says he loves his long mill.
And my dog is being very, very demanding today. I'll be back.
And there is Eric is watching. Eric, why don't you join us? You can jump in anytime if you like.
I think now's a good time. I'm gonna tease everybody. In 2 weeks, you are going to have access to a free file. And we're going to do this again. We're all going to do the same project. If Rich wants to disclose that, I'll leave that up to you. But I'm going to tell you where it's coming from. You're going to get a free file from Patriot Nation Design. Partnered with them. They're going to let anyone who's watching the stream have access to download the file at no cost.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to post a link in the chat for that. Just wanted to tease you guys, and then you can go check out some of their other stuff in the meantime and just anticipate which of all those files we will actually be working with.
Okay, so how do you clean the char from the edges? By running a grid, and you pick the speed and the power that doesn't char. Other than that, if you have to overpower your cuts, or if you want to overpower your cuts, I don't know why, you can use cleaning vinegar to clean that up. But if you have the right speed and power, you shouldn't be charring the edges. And Mike says that he feels like he's cheating because he's got my library for the Roly. Thanks, Mike. That library took, I don't know, almost 200 hours to put together.
And it really is amazing at how clean that cuts.
Yes,
when
it
you
is.
took that piece off of the Roly just a minute ago, that's the first thing I've seen.
That took a lot of testing to get to that number.
No char, real clean, looks good.
All right, let's see. Hey, Jerry. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you in here. That's Jerry from 3DHP. If you have printing questions, search 3DHP on YouTube. And Jack in the Shop says hello too. And Jack in the Shop does have a long mill, by the way. He posted that in the comments. Let me see how far down I can get in these comments. Okay. Eric says that he can't stay, but he'll watch the upload. Okay, cool. He's going to join us next month. We'll see you then, Eric. Yeah, we will be doing a file from patriotnation.com on the next live stream, and we're not going to tell you what it is, but you can go there and look at some of the files. It is absolutely gorgeous. The file that we're going to do is going to blow you guys away.
It's really nice.
Really nice. So just a teaser that you better be here in 2 weeks. And I think all that background noise is coming from Patrick's end, not mine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just walked over there. Is it gone?
Catherine, I don't know how much the price is going to go up for the 20 watt. I don't have that much communication with Leo. The only thing that I talk to him about are things that I'd like to see improved. One of them is the branding of the machine. I don't like the Roly on the front of the machine, and he's going to be improving that. But it's a silly thing, but. And there is no substitute, says Rich's 10 watt library is superb. Oh, wow. Thank you. If you don't have it, get it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Patreon members can get that library for free if you have a 10 watt diode laser. Or you can go to engraveandcutfiles.com, and I sell it in my store. And the only reason that I sell it is because I have so much work into it that I think that it's worth $7.99. And if you need a 10 watt library, you will also get updates on that library until the end of the year. Okay,
I don't
so
have many Patreons, but 2 days ago, I uploaded my rotary jig files and gave them to my Patreons at no cost.
okay, so my engrave is done now, and I'm going to move on to the cut. And I just want to show you how easy it is on this machine to focus it. So I will move the laser head to some place where I can focus it. I'll put my little focusing gauge in here and undo that. Lower that down. And that is how easy it is to change the focus on this machine. I really love that. Now all I have to do is come to my cuts and layers, turn off my fills, turn on my cut. Come on, turn it on, and hit start. And I should probably turn my air back up. There we go. So I've got that little valve that I showed you earlier for my air assist. And I use a low setting for the engraving, and then I use a full power setting, which this particular laser comes with a 30 liter per minute air assist. So it's on 30 liters per minute right now for the cutting. And yeah, so that's it. We're going to be finished with this project in just a minute. I also do, I don't think I'm going to put my brand on during the live, but I also do have a brand that I put on the very bottom of mine.
So I'm curious. I started to ask you guys before we went live, but I've got both of these files on hobowithwood.com, and I'm curious about your thoughts on what this project should sell for those that don't win it. The first version versus the second version, where I've went in and created all the different layers and sub layers. There's a lot of work that goes into this that people don't realize. But what would you feel like would be a fair, reasonable price for the version 2 with all the different things broken out?
$100.
Yeah, I feel like that would be fair too, but I want to sell a few of them. So, what would be a realistic expectation? Right now, I think I've got it in there at $7.99. But I've got my purse in there for I think $5 or $6. So the purse is a lot more elaborate. So I got to rethinking. I'm like, man, maybe that's a little high. What do you thought?
Maybe your purse should be more.
Thank you, Catherine, for that comment. Steve, you want some Mexican food?
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't been there yet, Jack. I seen they finally did get that open, but that's a little dry for me. I've got right here on Garrison. I've got a little more convenient.
Jerry, are you getting out of the laser business, Jerry? That's not nice. I mean, this is an obsession for most people. It is for me anyway. Yes, that's right. Laser engraving, being a laserologist is a good habit. $9.99 is the first comment that we got. Final version is $8.99 and in my cart.
Yeah, don't buy it yet because you might win it.
Yeah, don't buy it yet. We got a drawing coming up in just a few minutes.
And also what I'm going to do, and hopefully nobody's bought it yet. If they have, I'll go back. I'm also going to do just a 50% off coupon for anybody watching the live stream video, and I'll disclose that coupon when at the end there, and it'll be good just for today. So don't buy it.
Jerry, I'm going to send an email to Leo for when that 20-watt Roly comes out. Maybe he might send you one to review. I don't know what that is. Okay, guys, what do you think the what do you think the final price should be for that file? $7.99, $8.99. I think $7.99 is a great price. I think you should go with that. And let me share with you. I will share in the comments. Well, no, you know what? I'm not going to share it in the comments because then I'll enter in the I'll enter in the drawing. So the pound sign, which is shift, what is that? Shift 3? Yeah, shift 3. So the pound sign and the word, all one word, free files, FREEFILES. Go ahead and put that in the comments if you want to enter in the drawing for this week. So another $7.99 recommendation. So pound free files. All there you go. Jack's got it. Nope, Jack didn't get it. Jack put two S's on his. So Jack, do it again, and this time do free files.
Wow.
There you go. Now we got it. Pound free files. He had 2 S's in the first one.
It actually says free filers.
Oh, whatever it says. It's got to be spelled right, folks.
It's got an R in there too.
Free files. Free files. Pound free files. Jack says he fixed it. Okay, and I'm coming down to the end of mine. It looks like it's got a little ways to go. So as you can see, the diode laser takes a little bit longer than other lasers, but you know, I want to make sure that I get a perfect file when I'm done that I can just put together. And you know, I'm so glad to be off these other 20 watt. I got 20 watts all over the shop that I'm doing, you know, little videos here, there, and everywhere to try and compile all the videos to do the eventually, probably sometime in late May, the battle of the 20 watts. And you know, I'm just so happy to be off of that. I was so happy when Steve sent me that file to start with, and I threw it on there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a pleasure to be able to just align in the bottom left corner, hit start, and don't worry about it. No framing, no nothing. All right, and the free files are coming in. You have to put the S on the end. It has to be free files with an S on the end. FREEFILES. John Ballard, you put free file.
They're typing so fast, they're making typos.
We got plenty of time left. It's only 2:13, so there's plenty of time to do this. Don't know if you guys saw my question on engraving pictures on a tumbler, or if you guys have a video. Thanks, I used the Falcon 10 watt. I don't do I only do vector graphics on tumblers. I don't do pictures. I don't know, Patrick would be probably more versed on that.
That's actually one thing I haven't really got into, is doing pictures on tumblers.
I don't think
tried
many
it a couple
people do.
times, and just you'd have to have the right color tumbler to have the picture show up and have your settings dialed in. And if you're using a rotary and you need a second pass, you always run the risk of
misalignment
lining up.
Yep. That's right.
And if you are doing tumblers, make sure that you always go to the move tab and change your speed, because if you don't do that, it's going to spin really quickly when it goes back to the home position. So I always set my speed at like 200 millimeters per minute, really slow, so that when it's finished, it goes really slow back to the home position. And then you don't have to worry so much about what Patrick's talking about, losing your position.
When I have done them, I've just converted them to a vector and ran the vector.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody else's tumbler,
I really don't know anybody that does images on tumblers.
I've saw it done, but I've just never had the patience to figure that out.
And please, folks, not only like the video, but also share it on your social media so that other people can see it. You know, after we're done, it's still going to be here. It's going to be here forever. And then I'll be posting a replay of it on the main channel so people don't have to go to the live section to see it, you know, past lives. So I'll post a replay of it on the main channel as well. But yeah, share the channel, Laser Makers Realm. We should have 10 times the amount of subscribers that we have now. We've got, you know, 3 of the most brilliant minds in laser engraving right here on the Laser Makers Realm.
Who you talking about? Somebody walking in?
Talk about you, Patrick, and that other guy. So there, now I can put up the I can put it up on the screen. It's got to be just like you see it, free files. So far, we have got 58 entries.
How many?
58 so far.
58?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So for those who that don't win, the files are already on the website. They are at, I think, for $7.99, and I've also got the basic one on there at $5.99, I think. And I will give you a coupon that will give you half off any of the files. If you don't win today, you can get them for half price today only. That coupon will expire tomorrow.
Cool. All right, say that again.
If you don't win a free file in this drawing, you can download on hobowithwood.com either the detailed version, which has got the soldiers proud in the flag and the different layers in the flag, or you can do the basic or the first version. They're both on the website. I think they're $7.99 and $5.99. If you don't win, there will be a coupon that I'll give out that'll be good for half off, but not just half off this, but half off the entire website. Good today only for those watching the live stream.
Today only. So, okay. So what is that coupon code?
Are we
You
getting
still
close?
you still have to make it?
No, I've already done it.
Oh, okay. You want to give it out?
The coupon code is LMR 50.
Okay. Patrick's website is lightsource.pro. It's right there on the bottom of the screen, Lewis. Lightsource.pro.
All right. My second one's done. I went to grab it.
Stop clicking on things, Steve.
Sorry.
James, your entry did not work because you did not put pound free files, all one word. James, that's how it has to look right there. Free files, pound, free files. There you go. Now you got it. 59 entries. And I am coming down to the last minute or so, I guess, of this cutout. Yeah, I think it's almost finished. And I'm going to show you what I was talking about just a minute ago. There it goes. So now in this cutout, as you can see, I've got the last 3 pieces here. I did something wrong on this one. I'm going to have to recut it. I must have moved that by mistake. I'll recut that piece. This is the engrave and the cutout. Now, let me see if I can get it in the right spot. If I take my little sweeper, I don't know if you can see that, but all the dust is coming right off.
Yeah, you can see it flying right off. Yep.
Can you see that?
Yep.
So you don't need to get out your sandpaper at all.
And
there's one
do you know which font you have on that style?
I don't.
Because
I can tell you in a minute.
Because in my file in the download, I'm using the engraver file.
If you have the right settings, you'll get a result like that. That will need absolutely no cleanup whatsoever. So just get yourself one of these little brooms right here and sweep it off. Sweep away all of the dust that collects on there.
Let's see if
And
you can see
and this is the final piece here.
Oh, okay.
I need to recut that other piece, but for now, I can turn off some of the noise in this shop. Wow, that's a lot of noise.
I don't know if you guys can make out the texture on that.
Hang on one second. Let me put you over.
Let's see. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I ran that wider line distance so I could get a nice little texture on it.
Oh, yes. I did the same thing. I didn't change mine by much, but I changed it to 225 LPI on mine. So I don't know if you can't really see it in this, but I can't get close enough to this camera.
You changed the lines per inch on your staining of the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to 225. I did actually a couple of tests, and I think the 225 came out the best. So we have 61 entries, and we have let's see, we have 8 minutes left in today's live stream. So let me clear my...
Chad says he's waiting for another Boneyard edition. Well, trust me, Chad, after this week and getting all of these files ready and figured out, I got a Boneyard ready to go through. So that'll be coming.
Okay, seeing your cuts makes me want a diode. Okay, Gio, we're gonna have to get you a diode. Yeah, I see. I know that background noise is on Patrick's end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking to see. I think it's where I had that air screwed up. I've got some staining.
I think you forgot to turn on your compressor.
Yeah, I did. And then whenever I turned it back on, I had the pressure set too high. So I do have a little bit of, just a little bit, kind of right around the edges.
Don't look bad.
You need a little brush.
It don't look bad. It don't look bad.
Yep. But the outline around the letters looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on, Steve, because I am going to...
I wasn't sure if it was dirt that came off my dirty rag or if it was from the engraving.
I've got to ungroup 10 times here to get to the font. The font is called Gill Sans Ultra BOKL. So Gill Sans Ultra Bold. I'm sorry, BOKL. I said BOKL. Gill Sans Ultra Bold.
And that just wanted to make that differentiation because in the file that's for download, it has the engraver's MT font.
Yes. Yeah, this is the Gill Sans font here. I like this one better. I don't like military fonts. They use a lot of like Times New Roman kind of fonts, and I don't think they look good.
Well, and that's one thing that I had to do in the first couple of versions. In fact, Patrick, put yours up there that you just helped. The Let Us Not Forget. In fact, I don't, and that'll be, if you look at Patrick's, Let Us Not Forget, and then you look at this one, look at the space difference between the words. That's what you're talking about, Rich. His almost looks like it's run together. That's from that military. And so I put an extra space in between each one of the words to help break that up. So, yeah, but that's the one thing about these files. And if you're using LightBurn, you don't like something in it, it's easy enough to change.
Right.
Mhm.
And you
Very.
can also change the spacing of the letters in LightBurn as well.
Yeah, yep, the horizontal spacing.
No, you wish.
Oh, no, yeah, no. The LMR 50 is just on the files, on the digital files. Oh, and hey, while we're got a second, if you do purchase anything on the website, I don't know why, but I always get complaints about they can't find. Guys, if you purchase anything on the website, once you get the refreshed confirmation that your payment's received, that screen refreshes and the downloads are right there. It says click here for download.
Yeah.
But you will also get an email with a download. But if you just wait for that screen to refresh, it says payment confirmed. That screen refreshes, and you may have to scroll down to see it, depending on how many you got or what you get. But you may have to scroll down. But there, the click for download is right there. You don't have to go looking for it.
Donation link is at the bottom of the screen. PayPal.me/LMR donations. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. It's going to scroll across in another minute. It'll keep scrolling. And let's see. Can you use Aura Mask without burning? I don't know because I don't have Aura Mask or even know what it is.
No.
That is correct,
Yeah,
Jerry. Donations are not necessary to enter the contest. So
our
everybody
ticker
can enter
says
the contest.
donations today get a chance to spin the wheel, and so do non-donations. Anybody that entered the hashtag. So yeah,
Does it say
donation. That? Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
Donation is not required to win.
Oh, let's see. Ah, I see that. Wait. No, I don't see it. Where does it say that?
No, I don't see it at all.
It's gone. No, donations are not required. Patrick, do you know what Aura Mask is?
For the CNC?
Oh, is that the sticky rubber that you put on top of the wood?
Yeah, Blazer makes an orange
Catherine.
mask that is safe.
Catherine, there are two gift card projects on there. There's the small gift box and also the sliding gift box. I'm pretty sure both of them are there. I'll double check.
It's called Blazer Orange Laser Mask. That is safe for laser.
Okay, are we ready? Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. So this first one, I guess I'm going to go first this time because I've got my pen and paper ready. So these first two drawings are going to be for a free flat pack of the let us not forget file that we did here today on the live stream. And here we go. Here is the first one. And the first one is Stuart McCready. Let me write that down.
All winners, you'll have 24 hours to email your address and information so we can get these out to you.
Yes, you do. You have to email us at our email address. You can contact Wendy in the chat if you don't have our information, but all of our channels have our contact information there. My email address for Stuart is going to be thelasermakersrealm@gmail.com. So thelasermakersrealm@gmail.com is my email address. So Stuart, send me an email saying that you've won the Let Us Not Forget project. And here comes the second draw. And we need a drum roll for this. And the second draw is Carl Riley. Congratulations, Carl. So Carl, send an email to me, the LA Hobby Guy at gmail.com with your address, and I will send that out to you in the mail. So don't forget to include your address. You have to have your name, your address, no PO boxes, has to be a regular address, and you have to also have your zip code and your phone number for my software. So okay, so now next,
And
we're
Rich,
moving- yeah.
before we move on, and does anybody know? For some reason, I think Carl's not in the U.S. Is he in the U.S.?
Well, he gets a free file then.
Yeah. If you, just a reminder, folks, if you are not in the U.S. and this file doesn't appeal to you, yes, you do have a free file of choice to download. Just
yes,
let us know.
Okay. Next, we're going to do the. Let's do Patrick next. Patrick, you were going to do flat packs too.
Yep, I've got 2.
Okay, so Patrick's got 2 flat packs. So here we go. Here is the next drawing, and this is for one of Patrick's flat packs. And the winner is Army Dogs Creations.
Hey, there you go.
That is a constant viewer. He's here for every live stream. I'm so happy that he won this one. And we're going to do a second drawing. You got that, Patrick?
Yep.
Here we go. Second drawing for a flat pack. Stuart McCready. That sounds familiar. So Stuart, you're going to get 2 of these in the mail. Okay. The next one is for Steve. And Steve, how many free coupons are you going to have for this?
3.
Okay. So there are going to be 3 coupons where you can get the file for free on hobowithwood.com. And the first winner is going to be Charles Houseneck. And please don't yell at me for pronunciation. So Charles, go ahead and email hobowithwood@gmail.com and tell him that you won the coupon. And here comes the second drawing. Again, that's hobowithwood@gmail.com.
I just made it a ticker with our email addresses.
Okay, great. So the winner is Tim Nudd. So Tim, email hobowithwood@gmail.com. Tell him you won the free file. And we're going for the third drawing now. Steve Dale is the third and final winner. So Steve, email hobowithwood@gmail.com to get your free file.
Yep, I'll create a coupon just for you guys to get that file downloaded, and I'd appreciate if we can do that today.
Okay, so hopefully all of the winners are still here. Our email addresses are scrolling across the bottom of the screen. TheLAHobbyGuy@gmail.com, sales@lightsource.pro, and hobowithwood@gmail.com. You can revisit this live stream at any time if you need to see those email addresses again. And we are at 4 minutes over our goal of a 90-minute live stream today. Good job, guys. So here we are. It's at the end of the broadcast. I want to thank everyone so much for being here today. Please share this on your social media. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone. We're just so humbled that you guys are here with us today, and we appreciate it so much.
Yeah,
I can't tell you. And that is the end of today's live stream. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks, free file.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Designs.
I'm excited for that episode. See you then.
Bye, all.